Holy shit, I finally caught up on Haikyuu by watching the first 7 episodes of it. This is the sports volleyball show that's being done by Production IG right now, and it is an adaptation of a Shonen Jump manga. The first episode of Haikyuu was like a complete story, almost. When I watched it, I thought that could have been a short film. And as it turns out, Haikyuu was originally a one-shot manga that ran in Shonen Jump and was really popular, so they continued it into a full series. And while I think Haikyuu is a pretty decent, enjoyable show, I also feel like the one-shot episode kinda told the entire story, and not that much has been added to it in the 6 episodes since. Basically, the setup, as I like to put it, is that what if David and Goliath got onto the same team? You've got the little guy who's incredibly fast and can jump incredibly high, and is just a powerhouse of determination. And then you've got the super tall setter guy who's known for being just the best player in the game, but no one can keep up with his passes. So from the very beginning, even before these two get onto a team, it's very clear what their destiny is going to be. The one guy passes in ways that nobody can get to, but this kid can reach unreachable heights and unreachable speeds. Therefore, with the two of them together, they complete one another. And though this is very obvious from episode 1, it's treated like a whole brand new revelation as it gets re-revealed to us throughout episodes 2, 3, and even 4. I guess what I'm saying is my big problem with Haikyuu is that it's very repetitive. There is a lot of cyclical dialogue. It's almost like before they do a play in a match, the characters will explain what they're going to do, and then they'll do it, and then someone will explain what they just did, and then after the match, they'll talk about what they did during the match and what they plan to do to improve it during the next match. So progress happens very slowly in terms of new things happening, and the entire show has an incredibly one-track mind. Now, I'm a big fan of characters who have a single-minded passion about something, because I have a single-minded passion about something, so it's always relatable to me. But in Haikyuu, the characters have nothing else. All they talk about is volleyball and like exactly what they're doing in volleyball and like the play-by-play of what they just did in volleyball. If you watch like Baby Steps, it's a show about this guy's life slowly being overtaken by tennis, but we understand the intricacies of why he's getting into it. We see how his skills are slowly developing. There's all this like reasoning behind it, and there's just more going on in the show. He has more personality outside of tennis itself, and tennis interacts with his personality in interesting ways. In Ping Pong the animation, the show is as much about ping pong as it is about the effect that playing ping pong has on the lives of the people who are playing it. In Haikyuu, everything is very much about the volleyball match. It's the characters are thinking about the match. The story is about the match. There's nothing else outside of that. It's about what are our skills? How are we going to win? What are we going to learn from the match? Every line is some kind of impassioned speech. Every character is hot-blooded. To an extent, my favorite character was Tsukishima, the super tall guy who's like jaded, and sort of his whole character is that he's sick of everyone else taking the game too seriously and he's just like annoyed by it. In a way, I related with him the most. I was like, okay, I get it. I get it. You're all passionate about volleyball. You don't need to yell all the time. But I mean, this is a Shonen Jump manga. It's not that surprising that it's like this. It very much sticks to the core tenets of what Shonen Jump is about. The themes of friendship and teamwork and just hot-blooded passion, never give up spirit, and just wanting to win. If hot-blooded yelling is your thing, you might be into this show. I know my little brother Victor has been enjoying it because that's exactly the kind of stuff he likes, is hot-blooded yelling and passion. The show has a decent sense of humor to it. It's very, very well animated. It's done by Production IG, who, as long as I've been an anime fan, I have always considered to be the pinnacle of animation quality on average. A lot of people have been comparing this show to Kuroko no Basket, or Kuroko's Basketball, which I never watched, but that was another Shonen Jump sports manga that was also covered by Production IG. I can't really compare or contrast them, but apparently if you liked that one, you might enjoy this one as well. I also highly recommend this show to shippers. If you are a Boys Love fan, you will probably find a lot to like in this show, because the two main characters are the easiest ship ever. The fact that they literally complete each other at the one thing they're passionate about, it's like, it writes itself. It's so simple. You just look at it and you're like, oh yeah, this is the perfect doujin material. Personally, I don't know if I want to keep watching this show, just because even though I find it enjoyable, again, it's so repetitive that I can't really get into it. I think the dynamic between the characters is smartly done, but I understood everything in the first episode that I understand now. Nothing has changed from the core format of what this was always going to be, so I almost enjoyed it more as a short film than as a continuing series. Plus, I've already got Baby Steps and Ping Pong the Animation to watch to fill my sports quota for the season. But if you like sports shows, then definitely give it a shot. I'm not saying it's bad by any stretch, and I might continue watching it just because I know Victor's going to be watching it, so maybe I'll sit in on it with him or something. I don't know, but for now I'm just going to call it on hold, I guess.